did you see the day today?
One word, volatility. I mean, we opened very strong on the morning, and by lunchtime the market ran out of steam very, very rapidly. So it was quite interesting to see with the currency being weak. At one stage the commodity stocks were in the red, lots of profit taking. We're seeing lots of short covering. The likes of Anglo's under a bit of pressure, ending in the red today. I think it's down almost 3%. Billiton ending even on the day, and we basically, like I say, intraday it was all over the show. I mean, banks were strongly in the green by lunchtime, and by closing bell we were almost in the red on some of the banking stocks. So it was a big volume, 10.5 billion rand at the close of trade. So yeah, it's interesting.
What about Goldfields after its figures came out today?
Market largely having discounted the numbers. Trading, they came smack bam in line with the trading update. What we did see was the gold price spiking quite sharply at lunchtime, up almost $8 an ounce to $668 at one stage, and basically Goldfields running on the back of that. So and then in late trade, gold physical coming off quite sharply on the back of the S&P breaking on the downside through 1,000 points.
I'm told earlier in the day it was looking like a good day for Lonmin and Impala. Correct. On the metals front. Yes. How did they finish up?
I actually didn't look at those two, but they were quite strong in the early morning trade, and literally a lot of the gains coming back in late afternoon trade. Chris, I must be honest with you, it feels like the market's running out of steam at these higher levels. Having a discussion with Bron a while back, breaking through the 24,000 point level on the all share index was a critical barrier to go through. It was a big psychological level, broke through convincingly, but having run in excess of 1,000 points after that, it feels like it's running out of steam. If you look at all your technical indicators, things like your RSIs, your MACDs, and your Fibonacci lines, they're all converging at the higher levels now. And what is interesting is we're finding a lot of portfolio managers having sat on their hands, sitting on cash, and are now forced buyers into the market. You know, with clients saying, well, what are you doing with my capital? The market, the likes of Anglo's up in excess of 20%, and the market not far behind that. You know, where are my returns? And the guys are forced buyers, with some of the professional traders being net short. You know, if you look at your net open position on some of the futures stocks, it's net short. And then we're seeing a lot of short covering coming through. And I think with a long weekend ahead, tomorrow's going to be an interesting day. Guys probably not wanting to carry positions over the long weekend and ahead of rate announcement next week. So next week's going to be very interesting to see the market. I'd be surprised if we see another green day another green week like we have up until now.
Okay, and which stocks were struggling on the market today at the bottom?
At the bottom, there were definitely retailers. They were really struggling, especially the bigger ones. Liberty Holdings was also struggling a bit with their trading updates coming through. Interestingly enough, at BJM, our analyst did put an overweight on it because we feel most of the bad news is on the share price at the moment. Before I left the office, on the up, Merafe was up 10% on quite big volume as well. So interesting to see what's going to come through there. It's probably on a weak currency with chrome prices on the up.
And finally, very briefly, you say it's going to be an interesting day tomorrow. What will be the stocks to watch, you think?
Definitely your big caps, where your traders tend to have very active positions. So your liquid shares, the likes of the Impalas, the Richemonts, SABs, Anglo's, Billitons, and so on, where we've seen a strong run up, and guys might have to do some short covering to hedge their positions.